Friends, myself here Asre, Assistant Professor in Civil Engineering Department from D.Y. Patil College of Engineering, Kolhapur. Today I am going to discuss on stiffness matrix method. So, the analysis of structure by using advanced tool as a stiffness matrix method. In this method, we are going to solve the continuous beam problems. The stiffness matrix method is having the steps we are going to discuss first, and then we are going to solve the examples on continuous beams. The procedure for the stiffness matrix is, first of all, determine the degree of kinematic indeterminacy. So before going to attempt the problem, so try to identify the degree of kinematic indeterminacy. Assign the coordinate numbers to the unknown displacement. Third point is impose the restraint in all coordinates, that is A, B, C, like that, drawn in the direction to get the fully restrained structures. Determine the forces, that is the PL, that is force due to loading in each coordinate directions. Then fifth point step is determine the stiffness matrix K by giving unit displacement. Then sixth point is observe the final forces in various coordinate directions. Note the final forces, that is moment. Next point is from and solve the stiffness matrix equations, that is K stiffness K into stiffness delta is equal to stiffness P matrix minus stiffness PL matrix due to loading. The last point is the calculate the members forces using these joint displacements. So these are the steps to attempt the problems on stiffness matrix. So we are going to consider the continuous beam problem for getting the moments with the help of stiffness matrix method. So the example is that analyze the continuous beam shown in figure A by displacement method or stiffness matrix method. I already discussed in the flexibility matrix method. Same example I want to solve in that stiffness matrix method. Here is given continuous beam is A, B, C, and A is fixed support, B and C are roller supports. That is external loading is 60 kilonewton per meter. UDL is acting in the span AB, and in the span BC is 100 kilonewton load acting at the center. So as for the procedure of stiffness matrix method, so first of all calculate the degree of static indeterminacy. In this given problem, that is A is fixed, so there is no rotations and there is no moment, and B is roller support, there is the possible of rotation is takes place, and C is also roller support, the rotation will also takes place. In this case the displacement is possible, so we are going to consider, that is B and C are the possible displacements. So that is theta B and theta C. Theta B and theta C are the two possible displacements, so therefore kinematic indeterminacy is theta B plus theta C, that is equal to 2. Therefore the degree of static kinematic indeterminacy is equal to 2. Next step is the unknown displacements, that is point number 2. Unknown displacements are rotations at B and C as shown in the figure, that is B, as shown in the figure B. So that is just you have to see it. So this is the coordinate selected at B and C, that is 1 and 2. And next the point is 3. The structure is fully restrained. Structure is fully restrained as shown in the figure C, that is the A, B, C are the fully restrained, that means we consider as a fixed. So due to the fixed supports, the fixed end moments can be calculated. That is the MFAB is equal to minus MFBA, that is equal to minus WL square by 12. It will get minus 80. And similarly MFBC is equal to minus MFCB is equal to minus WL by 8. You will get a minus 37.5 kilonewton. So these forces are developed in the coordinates directions due to the given loading, external loadings. Now due to the loadings, that is force P at coordinator 1, that is P1L is equal to, that is MFBA plus MFBC is equal to 80 minus 37.5. You will get a 42.5 kilonewton is the force or moment. Similarly P2L is equal to MFCB is equal to 37.5 kilonewton moment will get it. The above forces are positive if they all in the positive directions of the coordinate systems. So now we can go the step number 4, stiffness matrix. Stiffness matrix, it is stiffness matrix, it is assembled using slope deflection method. So with the help of slope deflection methods, so we apply the unit displacement in coordinates 1 first. Unit displacement in coordinate 1. So that is shown in the figure. Just I will mark in the figure. So stiffness matrix at coordinator 1, that is denoted as a K11. That means the displacement, unit displacement at coordinate 1 will be called as K11, and the K21 is unit displacement at coordinate 1, the effect will be at coordinate 2. So that is K211. This value is equal to, with the help of slope deflection equation, K11 is equal to 2EI upon L into theta A plus 2 theta B minus 3 delta upon L, plus that is in the span BC 2EI upon L into 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 delta upon L. So this is we substituting here, no settlement, 3 delta L 3 delta upon L is equal to 0, and theta is a fixed, that is also 0. Therefore the K11 matrix is equal to 2EI upon 4 into 0 plus 2 theta B plus 2EI upon 3 into 2 theta B. So you simplify, you will get, that is K11 matrix is equal to 7EI upon 3. Similarly unit displacement at coordinate 2, unit displacement at coordinate 2, that is both the, that is A, B, C are fixed and rotation is given at coordinate theta C is equal to 1. So therefore we formed a matrix K12. That means the displacement at coordinate 1 due to the effect of the rotation 2 coordinates. So that is equal to 2EI upon L into theta B plus theta C minus 3 delta upon L. Again here is, that is the theta B is 0 and delta 3 delta L upon L is also 0. Theta C is equal to 1. Unit displacement is given. So that value is equal to again 2EI upon 3. Similarly, the displacement at 2 due to the rotation at 2. So that is K22 is equal to 2a upon 3 theta b plus 2 theta c minus 3 delta upon L. So you put the values, so you will get it K22 is equal to 4a upon, that is 3, you will get the value. So these are the stiffness matrix at coordinate 1 and 2 are calculated. So now we can find the fifth step, that is fifth step, final forces acting in the coordinates. So final forces acting in the coordinate directions 1 and 2 are 0, that is the moment P is equal to P1 P2 matrix, that is equal to 0 0. Now we come to the final equation of stiffness matrix equations, that is K matrix into delta matrix and is equal to P matrix minus PL matrix. So that is shown, that is red line, this. So the K matrix is, K is replaced by a K11 matrix and K12 and K21 K22 into bracket, del is replaced by delta 1 delta 2 and P is replaced by P1 P2 minus, that is PL is replaced by force due to the loading at coordinate 1 and force loading at coordinate 2. So this is the equation. Now we substituting all the values of K1 K2 K21 K22, you will get 7EI upon 3, 2EI upon 3, 2EI upon 3 and 4EI upon 3, and delta 1 and delta 2 are unknowns, and then P1 P2 are 0 and P1L already calculated, fixed end moments 42.5 and 37.5. So this you simplify, take it EI upon 3 common and will get 7 2 2 4 and same delta 1 and delta 2 as it is, and remaining this is 0 minus of this matrix is equal to minus 42.5 minus 37.5. So therefore we try to get the displacement delta 1 and delta 2 is equal to, send it all other sides in right side and left side. So left side is delta 1 and delta 2 matrix is equal to 3E divided by EI into 7 2 2 4 matrix and into minus 42.5 and minus 37.5. So this is the inverse matrix. So inverse matrix is converted is equal to normal matrix, that is 3 divided by EI into 1 divided by mode 7 into 4 minus 2 into 4 into, that is inverse matrix is converted in normal 1 upon this, that is changing the matrix numbers, that is interchanging, that is 7 is replaced by 4 and 4 is replaced by 7 and 2 is replaced by minus and minus. So this is, that is 4 minus 2 minus 2 7 matrix is the normal matrix into multiply by same as minus 42.5 and minus 37 point, that is pi matrix will get. Just to simplify this value, so you will get that is 1 upon EI minus 11.875 minus 22.188 that is equal to the value is, that is rotation at B and rotation at C, you will get minus 11.875 by EI and minus 22.188 by EI is the rotation at B and C. Theta A is our rotation at A is 0 because it is 10. Now we calculate the final moments. MFAB is equal to MAB is equal to MFAB 2EI upon L into theta B. Substituting, you will get minus 85.93 kilonewton. Similarly, BI is substituting these values, 68.13 will get it, and similarly BC is equal to, that is minus 68.125 will get it, and MCB is equal to, that is 0 because that is the C support is roller, therefore its value is 0. So these are the final moments, bending moments at the supports. So we are going to calculate it with the help of stiffness matrix method. So like that we can also use the same problems by using stiffness matrix method. So we can follow the procedure. We can follow the procedure as followed in this that is video lectures. So just you have to go through this lecture. Definitely you can understand the problems methods. Thank you once again.